Can anyone tell me what did we study till now? RNA.
Difference between RNA and DNA.
You speak be a bit loud. RNA.
Difference between RNA and DNA.
RNA versus DNA. Okay. Then next, what did we study?
Types of RNA.
Types.
Yes, types of RNA. So do you know what are the types of RNA now?
Yes, sir.
So what are the types of RNA? Can anybody tell me?
mRNA, tRNA, rRNA.
Okay, mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. Just that. Aren't there other type of RNA?
Even
siRNA.
What?
siRNA.
hnRNA. And then next,
snRNA.
snRNA.
and regulatory RNAs.
Okay, then regulatory RNAs. So these are the RNAs. Okay. So which RNA are in regulatory? Which are the regulatory RNAs?
siRNA.
microRNA and small interfering RNA. And then which all RNA are actually all RNA. They are involved actually in protein synthesis only. They regulates protein synthesis. And this RNA does protein synthesis. And this RNA is involved in what is the function of snRNA?
They act as a spliceosome.
Yeah, spliceosome is splicing. So the function of this snRNA is splicing. And then we did this mRNA. We did function of mRNA. We saw the structure of mRNA. So what did you see in mRNA? What is the structure of mRNA? There is difference between prokaryote and eukaryote. And let me tell me one thing. How many types of RNA are there present in prokaryotes?
3 types.
Only 3 types. Which? mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. So only 3 types of mRNA are present in prokaryote. Eukaryote, there are many types of prokaryote RNAs because eukaryote is complicated than prokaryote. Now, what did we study? So don't make noise. What did we study in mRNA, eukaryotic mRNA?
It has cap and tail.
It has cap. Which cap?
5' cap.
5' cap. Is made up of what? What is the chemically this 5' cap is?
Is it 7-methyl guanine?
Guanine. Okay, guanine nucleotide, and guanine with methyl, 7-methyl guanine. And then what else is there in RNA?
Tail.
What is tail?
3 prime.
Which type of tail? There is specific name for tail. Which type of nucleotide are present and tail?
Adenosine.
Yes, polyadenine. PolyA tail. So remember the structure. And then is this mRNA transcribed like this from DNA? From DNA, is it transcribed like this? mRNA transcribed like this?
No, sir.
So it is transcribed like what? mRNA?
3' to 5'.
Not 3'. Direction is always 5' to 3'. I am talking about what type of mRNA. produced just because of this
3 prime to 3 prime, sir.
Result of transcription. So transcription in eukaryote, which mRNA is transcribed? Is mRNA transcribed in this form? As you see, head, tail, and this whole mRNA chunk in eukaryote. Do you see like that?
Yes, sir.
Directly?
No, sir.
What is then?
HRNA.
Yes, it is transcribed in the form of hnRNA, heterogeneous RNA, or it is called pre-RNA also, pre-mRNA, precursor mRNA. So how does this hnRNA convert into this RNA?
By splicing.
The whole process is called what?
Translation.
The whole process of conversion of this hnRNA into mature mRNA.
Processing.
Yes, good, processing. Or this processing, which type of processing? Post-transcriptional processing. Post-transcriptional processing. And what are the what does happen for processing? Which event?
Transcription, splicing.
Transcription, see, transcription has already been done.
Okay, splicing. So capping and tailing.
Okay, capping, then
Tailing.
addition of tail, poly-A tail. Addition of cap and addition of tail. So 3 events happen for eukaryotic, and that is how this hnRNA will convert into mRNA. This HN means precursor RNA will convert into mature mRNA, and this mRNA come out of the nucleus. And then what event happens? Translation. Protein synthesis or translation. So remember this thing, mRNA. Now today we will talk about rRNA. So what is the function of rRNA?
Ribosome. Ribosome.
So it is what? Ribosomal RNA. So what does ribosomal RNA means? This RNA that forms the part of ribosome, which forms ribosome, is called ribosomal RNA. Did you get that? And this, if you can see abundance wise, this rRNA is very high inside cell, because ribosomes is you'll feel without ribosome protein synthesis will not happen. And I told you many ribosomes bind to one mRNA. Many ribosomes will bind at one mRNA. So that way also you can see, if you have to see this mRNA versus this rRNA, obviously this rRNA will be very high in comparison to mRNA. And you can see this mRNA is the least and rRNA is the highest. So this is rRNA. Now you can see this rRNA is ribosomal, and you know this ribosome is actually has the enzymatic capacity to form peptide bond. This is called ribosome. Ribosome is involved in catalyzing what? Which bond?
Peptide bond.
Yes, peptide bond. So this is an exception. This enzyme is an exception to the fact that we have read that all enzymes are proteins, and these are the exception. So ribozymes that form peptide bond are the exception to that. And also you have seen snRNA, these are also enzymes, enzymatic part. So these are the exception. And you have seen this one enzyme, that is telomerase. Do you know what is the telomerase? What I told you, the mechanism of telomerase. I also gave one question. This is telomerase is a anyone? What is the mechanism of action of telomerase?
Has to do with random repetitions.
It has repetitions. Then, in one term, if you have to explain this mechanism of action of telomerase, how do you describe this? With
It's RNA
Good.
dependent DNA polymerase.
Good, very good. RNA dependent DNA polymerase. So that is what I expected. If you remember, telomerase means RNA dependent DNA polymerase. Then you will remember many things. So you can see these are the exceptions. So genetics have many exceptions to the enzyme type you have seen. So ribosome will form this peptide bond. It function as like enzyme also, and this ribosome actually is the site where protein synthesis happens. You know this. Now eukaryotic ribosome is made up of, you can see this 18, 5.8, 28 and 5S RNA. This many RNA, 4 types of RNA are present there. 3 types of RNA is part of these 3 types of RNA is part of 60S component, and this is part of 40S. 18S is part of 40S. Only one is part of this 40S, and 3 are part of 60S. So you can see this 4 type of ribosomes are there. In this, you can see in this 4 types of ribosome, you can see three ribosomal RNA are synthesized from. It is synthesized as one transcript, one RNA. 3 RNA are separated from one RNA. One RNA has different gene. So we will see that. You can see this. Ribosomes, it makes in eukaryotes, you can see 3 RNA. 28 plus with 28, 5 and 5.8 are there. And small unit, subunit of this RNA, this ribosome is made by 18S RNA. So remember only 18S. Remember only 18S. So if you remember 18S, then you rest will form 18 and 28. 18 versus 28. And with 28, small 5 and 5.8 will go. 18, 28. So 28 is larger unit, and then 18 smaller unit. You can see in prokaryote only 2 is there. Only 2 is there in larger subunit 70S. One is 23S, another is 5S. 23S, 5S plus 5S. Here 16S in place of 18, 16. So you can understand the difference between these 2 ribosomes and RNA. So why is lower number given to this? Because the nucleotide size of nucleotide is smaller here in prokaryote. In eukaryote, size of nucleotide is larger. It is about 5,000. Here 5,000 nucleotides are there, or about 5,000 nucleotides are there. Here you will see about 3,000 nucleotides are there. So this is because of nucleotide number, the size of RNA varies. This represents nucleotide number, and this number S is given because of centrifugation constant. It is at what place this RNA stays during ultracentrifugation. This number is given as this S, 5S, 5.8, and remember this. In cytoplasm, ribosomal RNA and protein combine to form nucleoprotein, and that is called ribosome. So both these ribosomes, this 60S ribosome is not only this rRNA. So with rRNA, many proteins are there. About 50 proteins are there here. So this 50 protein plus this RNA, 50 types of proteins are there, plus this 3 RNA will make a 60S component. The same way here will be about 30 proteins are there. And this 30 proteins plus 18S RNA will make a smaller subunit, 40S subunit. This is nucleoprotein. Okay, this is nucleoprotein complex. RNA is a nucleoprotein complex. Nucleic acid plus protein complex. And several ribosomes may be attached to the single mRNA, as I've told you, at any time. And that is why you can see this 3 RNA. This 3 RNA you can see right now. This 20, you can see here only 5S RNA are made from different gene. Okay, it is made from different gene. Otherwise, all rRNA are made from same component. So you can see this is made from same gene, 18S and 28 and 5.8. These 3 are made from single ribosome. You can see 18, 28, 5.8. The ribosome which has 8 at last, you can remember that way. 8 at last are formed as a result of single. It is single pre-mRNA is made. This is 47S pre-mRNA, rRNA. And I told you, RNA processing is very fundamental to eukaryotes. And this 40S RNA will break into 18S plus 5.8S plus 28S. This is 47S. Remember this. So through rRNA processing, so this results into 18, 5.8 and 28 RNA. And this 5S rRNA is synthesized from different gene. And polymerase here comes in eukaryotes, polymerase 3 for this, and this you can see polymerase 1 for this. What is nucleolus?
Part inside the nucleus.
Okay, part inside nucleus. What is the function of that nucleolus? So this is a nucleus. So this is a nucleolus. Actually, nucleolus, if you see, nucleolus, all nucleolus will have a part of gene, DNA, that produces mRNA. And in that there will be RNA polymerase 1. That will actually, this is a site where RNA is being produced and processed. This is nucleolus. RNA is produced and processed in nucleolus. And this form a complex type of accumulation of protein, nucleic acid. This rRNA plus DNA. So this is nothing but the site of transcription. Nucleolus is nothing but site of transcription. And this 47S rRNA is made in nucleolus. And from 47 you will see 18, 5.8 and then 28 RNA. By processing of 40S RNA, this mRNA will be produced. And but 5S RNA is not produced in nucleus, it is produced from elsewhere. So remember this thing. You can see this. This is nucleus. This is whole is nucleus, and you can see this part is nucleolus, and this is different from nucleolus. So in prokaryotes, because prokaryotes have a different gene, you can see a gene. There is no introns. There will be continuous type of DNA. So continuous synthesis will happen, and this continuous synthesis there is no introns, and this synthesis will produce rRNA. And then in between there is tRNA. So there is tandem repeats. Many repeats will be there in prokaryotes. This is called tandem repeats will be there. Many repeats of this transcript. So somewhere you can see 16S RNA will be coated, and then in between there will be different places where some other thing tRNA will be coded. And you can see this tRNA here. 16 RNA, then tRNA other will be coded, then again 23 rRNA, then again there will be tRNA, not in between. This is a transcript actually, then again 5S, then tRNA. So tRNA, RNA are placed in like this in transcript, and this type of transcript are repeated. Many repeats of transcript are present on DNA. So once RNA polymerase starts, because you know in bacteria there is only one RNA polymerase. it will synthesize whole this tRNA, rRNA and mRNA. So we'll start, and then after this the whole RNA will be synthesized, and because of removal of this processing, little bit processing will happen in bacteria, this will remove rRNA and tRNA this way. So it is not like 40S RNA. So remember, see the difference between bacteria and eukaryotes. Did you understand the difference between bacteria and eukaryote?
Yes, sir.
So bacteria does not have 40S and nucleolus, 47S and nucleolus. Here, and it has only RNA, no tRNA in between. Here, rRNA and tRNA will be like in tandem repeats. Many repeats will be there. So you can see this. Now we have done rRNA. So let's talk about tRNA. So tRNA is, why the name tRNA? This tRNA means transfer RNA. Why does it call transfer RNA? Because it transfer amino acid from, if you see, this is this is cell, this is nucleus, and then if this is ribosome, you'll see this is ribosome, and this is mRNA. This is mRNA. What does it do? Transfer RNA will transfer amino acid from the cytosolic environment to growing chain to the ribosome. This transfer amino acid by binding amino acid to itself to ribosome site. So here this tRNA will bind, and then tRNA will transfer amino acid, and tRNA will, after transferring, this protein chain will be elongated, synthesized. So what does it do? Protein will be polymerized, amino acid will be polymerized into protein. So tRNA transfers this amino acid to ribosome, and that is why this is called transfer RNA, tRNA. So this is the name, that is why this tRNA. You understood what is ribosomal RNA? Because it forms ribosome. Why tRNA? Because it transfers amino acid from cytosol to ribosomal site, where polymerization of that amino acid happens through process of translation. So you can see that is why this is called transfer RNA. So transfer RNA has, you can see this is clover leaf. This is a leaf type of structure has been seen, trifoliate structure. So I'm not that clear to this. So when they discovered, scientists discovered, they discovered this mRNA like this, trifoliate structure. They found this like this. Okay, this trifoliate, you can see this trifoliate structure. So 3 folding are there, and then 1 limb is there. So this foliate, that is why this is called, they named as like something like, what is the leaf of that leaf name? Anyway, this trifoliate structure is like clover leaf, yes, clover leaf of trifoliate structure they found. So you can correlate this tRNA with this. If you remember this leaf, you can remember 3 arms are there. 3 arms are there, actually 3 loops are there. This represents 3 loops, and this represents 1 arm. 1 arm and 3 loops. So you can see these 3 loops are there. These 3 loops and one arm. And this arm is called amino acid accepting arm. This will accept amino acid. And that at that arm, at the terminal region, you will see cytosine, and adenine. Always cytosine, and adenine. So this arm has cytosine, adenine, and there is OH group. And with this OH group, this carboxy group will bind like this. Can you see this carboxy group binding here with the OH here at the adenine? 3 prime end there is OH, and with that OH, this carboxy group will bind. Can you see this here? Now, so this 1 loop is, if you can see, this loop has 1 loop is called, it is very high in pseudouridine. What is pseudouridine? Does anybody remember? So in this picture here is shown pseudo. What is pseudouridine? Does anyone remember? What is pseudouridine?
They have carbon-carbon bond instead of
Good.
this one.
Instead of
N-glycosidic.
nitrogen carbon. Nitrogen carbon. Very good. So carbon-carbon bond. So the fifth carbon of uracil is attached to the one carbon of sugar. So that is why this is called pseudouridine. Pseudouridine. So T and thymine, you can see thymine. Do you find thymine in any RNA? Is it normal base of?
No, sir. No.
Is it usual base of RNA? No.
No, sir.
It is uncommon, unusual base of RNA, but it is not abnormal for tRNA. It is unusual for tRNA, RNA, and this unusual thymine, unusual base are present in tRNA. Very characteristic molecular characteristic of tRNA is tRNA contain many unusual bases. For example, here you can see T, thymine is there. You can see thymine here and pseudouridine here. This loop is called T-Psi-C loop. There is thymine is there and Psi means pseudouridine and C. So this loop, one loop represent T-Psi-C loop, and this is again second loop. You can see second loop is called, this loop is called many D. Can you see this D? D.
Sir.
So what is this D means? This is a loop is called DHU loop. What is this DHU means?
No, sir.
Dihydrouridine. So what is dihydrouridine? It is reduced form of uracil. So both pseudouracil is also uracil, a different form of uridine, and this is also dihydrouridine. So this is also a base, unusual base you will not find anywhere in nucleic acid. So that is why this loop is called DHU loop, and this loop is called T-Psi-C loop. And this T-Psi-C loop is very important for binding. It helps in binding ribosomal RNA. This loop help in binding ribosomal RNA, larger unit of ribosomal RNA. So this loop has function, and this is anticodon loop. So this loop actually will bind with mRNA. This loops bind with mRNA. Anticodon is there. So you know codon is a repeat of 3 nucleotide, and the anticodon is opposite of codon. So did you understand about this 3 loop? Nicely. One is DHU loop. Second is which loop? DHU loop. Second is which loop?
Right. C-Psi-T loop. T-Psi-C loop.
And then 3 loops, 1 arm. What is the arm? What is the function of this arm? Amino acid carrier arm. So amino acid, it carries amino acid arm. So amino acid will carried by always at this 3rd position, 3' position, at the tail, not in the 5' position, at the tail, and tail is little bit elongated here, like this. If you compare this two portion of this arm, this portion is the acceptor arm is a bit larger, this 3' arm, and this is actually made up of this tRNA is made up of 80 nucleotides generally. So less than 100 nucleotide. It is very smaller than even RNA and mRNA. 80 nucleotides. Actually, in eukaryotes, it is larger. tRNA is larger, and this tRNA, this larger tRNA is processed, and this pseudouridine is also result of processing. Did you get this? This is also result of processing. This processing happens both in eukaryote and prokaryote, and DHU is also because of processing. As you know, from DNA, the RNA cannot be synthesized the same way. These are all result of processing, and then this processing will result this clover leaf shaped this loop. Okay. Now see this So this loop is vestigial type of loop. It does not simulate. So 3 loop, and this extra loop is sometimes we call extra loop, very small type of loop. So total in that sense 4 loop will be seen, but 3 loop are larger. We consider this 3 loop. So tRNA you can call tri loop. So trifoliate, tRNA is trifoliate. How many tRNA are present in our body? In eukaryote. In eukaryote, our nucleus produce, our cytosol has got 31 tRNA. Remember this number, 31 tRNA. And in mitochondria, how many tRNA? How many tRNA? 22 tRNA. Okay. So nucleus has 31 tRNA and mitochondria has 22 tRNA. Nucleus produce, that is nucleus, ultimately it will come into cytosol. So cytosol has 31 and 31 and 22. 31 in cytosol and 22 in mitochondria. And you know that mitochondria also has DNA, and that DNA is very similar to prokaryotic DNA, isn't it?
Yes.
So have you been taught this bacterial genetics?
Sir.
Does your Malur ma'am microbiology,
yes.
Microbiology, does she teach you this bacterial genetics?
No, sir. No, she didn't teach
Transcription and all. Anyway.
No, sir. No.
Okay, no problem. If you study this genetics, later you reach MD1, there you will be taught about bacterial genetics also, and then normal genetics also. So you will understand nicely. So 31 tRNA and this 22. This is question. I will ask question from this. Remember that. Now, so transfer a specific amino acid to growing polypeptide chain at ribosomal site of protein synthesis during translation. That is why it is called tRNA, transfer RNA. It has site for amino acid attachment, this arm for amino acid attachment, then anticodon region, other loops are there. So you can see this abnormal base. We have studied about this base. Where is this present? It is present in
capping.
Yes, mRNA. Now, will you remember this uncommon bases 5,7-methyl guanine that is present on mRNA? Will you remember forever?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, these 3 bases, uncommon bases, are part of tRNA. One is pseudouridine, second is DHU, dihydrouridine. So you can see this dihydrouridine here is reduced. If you see normal uracil here, there is double bond. This uracil, this is cytosine, this is, so uracil, if you see uracil, there is double bond, here is no double bond, that is a dihydrouridine. In pseudouracil, this is pseudouracil, this 5 number of carbon is bound with the carbon of this sugar, ribose sugar, yes, ribose sugar, 1 number of ribose sugar. So this type of bond is present in pseudouracil. This is dihydrouridine, and this IMP, inositol monophosphate, this is also not usual type of base. This is also not usual type of base that is present in genetic material, but this IMP, inositol monophosphate. So IMP is synthesized from AMP. You can see. So if you add here NH2, this become AMP. And this, if you remove this NH2 and add this become IMP. So this IMP has been synthesized from AMP through deamination process, removal of amine, IMP. So IMP is present at anticodon region here. So this is important. I will require this. We will require this. When we talk about codon, we require this IMP. Concept of IMP is very important. So you have seen these three loops are there. Three loops are there, and all loops have one unusual bases. It has got DHU bases, it has got psi base and thymine also, two psi and thymine bases, and here you will see inosine bases. So total 4 bases that are uncommon bases that is present in tRNA. Now this methyl cytosine is present in DNA. So only one unusual type of base is present in DNA, that is called 5-methyl cytosine. And wherever this 5-methyl cytosine is present, this DNA will compact, will not be expressed, will not be produced, will not produce RNA. We will talk about RNA expression during transcription little bit. We will talk about. So now see, you can see this pseudo-uridine here. So pseudo-uridine, DT size loop, and these are the loop. So you can go and read yourself. Now let's talk about regulatory RNAs. We have time. So regulatory, we have two regulatory RNA. One is called microRNA. This is miRNA, microRNA, and other is SI. Let's talk about how does this RNA act. This RNA actually will bind with RNA. This is mRNA. So this microRNA or other siRNA also, this RNA bind this RNA, and after it binds this, there will not be protein synthesis. Protein synthesis will be inhibited. So this RNA, microRNA and siRNA also inhibit protein synthesis. So these are also called inhibitor, regulatory and inhibitor RNAs. These are all inhibitor RNAs. MicroRNA and small interfering RNA, these are inhibitory RNA. Now you can see this microRNA. Let's talk about some a little bit about microRNA. So microRNA, abbreviated like this, is small non-coding RNA. So how many nucleotides are there? 22 nucleotides. How many nucleotides are there in tRNA?
Sir, it's 80 nucleotides.
Yes, 80 nucleotides are present in tRNA. How many nucleotides are there in rRNA? Let's say this 28. I told you, if you can remember. About 5,000. So you can compare. That is why rRNA is very largest. And because it is bound with the protein, that is why it is very stable. And then how many are there in 18S?
3,000.
Yes, just double. Try to double it. It will be very equal to that. Double the number. So it will be 3,000 about. Now, so tRNA, you can see this microRNA has 22 nucleotides, and it is present all in all eukaryotes. Some viruses also have, but let's not take that virus into account. It is present mainly in eukaryotes. Just take that, understand that. It is not present in prokaryotes. So functions of this RNA in RNA silencing and post-transcriptional regulation of gene expression. So microRNA function by base pairing with complementary sequence of mRNA. So this is, if this is mRNA, there will be bases. Okay, with this there is this microRNA or a small mRNA. It may actually exactly match to this mRNA. It will form base pairing with this. And if it forms a base pairing with the mRNA, what will happen is this RNA cannot move in the ribosome. So it will be inhibited in ribosome. That is why it will stop protein synthesis. So you can see it will form base pairing with complementary sequences. The sequences means complementary, means sequences that matches this microRNA is complementary sequence. So complementary sequence, it will combine with base pair with complementary sequence, and that is how it will inhibit protein synthesis. As a result of this formation of these complementary sequences, three events happen. You can see the cleavage of mRNA. If this does not move, there will be this will recruit some endonucleases. This dimer will recruit some protein, endonuclease, and that endonuclease will cleave this mRNA. So if mRNA is gone, protein synthesis will not be there. It will be stopped. So you can see, and then it will destabilization of mRNA through shortening of poly A tail. So poly A tail, you know, this poly A tail is present in the mRNA at the end, and this tail shortening, this tail and cap is very important for stability of mRNA. Eukaryotic mRNA is stable because of this cap and tail. So if this tail is shortened, then stability will be lost and less efficient translation. And if there is this, obviously, because of this pairing, there will be translation will not be as speed as when it is not there. So you can understand through this mechanism, it will either destroy this RNA or it will make this translation very less efficient and reduces this poly A tail, or there can be combination of any of two. So you can see this mRNA, though it is very small picture. I have given you link. I have taken this picture from Wikipedia. You can go and see the large picture from this link. You can reach this large picture, magnified picture. So let's see this. So what will happen? You can see this is the form of nucleotide pairing here. This is mRNA, and this exact nucleotide pairing happens in plant. So we are not plant, we are animal, are we? So actually human beings don't consider themselves animal. So anyway, see, so what will happen in human and other eukaryotes? There is no perfect base pairing. You cannot see perfect base pairing. So there are like regions. You can see there are some regions there where you will see a good base pairing. There are some regions where you see non-base pairing is not there. There are regions which are called seed region. Seed region. Why? Because there will be perfect match, and the assembly, the pairing happens start from this region. That is why these are called seed region. So these three type of on-base paired seed region, and then nucleotide good base pairing, fair base pairing, but it is not that perfect, but good base pairing. Perfect base pairing seed region is perfect, good, and not base. Three type of region will be there on the mRNA. After pairing like this in plant, there will be lysis, or as I told you, removal of poly A tail, lysis of this RNA, or inefficient translation. So through these three processes, microRNA will inhibit protein synthesis. Now let's talk about this small interfering RNA. Now, small interfering RNA and this both RNA, they are like similar. This microRNA will also be synthesized like this. This is done. Doesn't it look like hairpin? Hairpin. So this type of RNA are called hairpin RNA. Hairpin RNA. So you know hairpin is like this. Isn't it look like this? So this hairpin, this is hairpin RNA, and this processing of hairpin RNA will produce this microRNA also, and then this RNA, you can see this RNA is also formed because of processing of this rRNA, or double-stranded RNA, or this processing of this hairpin RNA will produce this siRNA, and the enzyme that process is called dicer. Dicer is an endonuclease. Endonuclease, this small interfering processing RNA, a particular enzyme is called dicer. This dicer enzyme is an endonuclease. It will break the region and it will leave this end, 3' end here like this. So this form a siRNA. Now siRNA will combine with a proteins, a group of proteins. Like here you can see microRNA go and directly bind. But here you will see a group of protein will help this siRNA to bind with the rRNA. Now this siRNA will combine with the protein. This is called RISC protein. Okay, RISC protein. What is RISC protein? So RNA interfering complex. So this is interfering complex protein with RISC complex. This what is siRNA will bind and then inhibit this mRNA. And after inhibiting, there will be lysis of this, silencing and lysis, breaking down of this mRNA. So remember, this RISC complex and dicer will be associated with small interfering RNA, dicer and RISC complex. This pathway is called small RNA interference pathway. Did you all understand till now?
Sir.
So next class we'll talk about RNA synthesis, that is transcription. So tell me, can you tell me?
Sir.
So for transcription, I told you something. So how bacterial transcription is different from eukaryotic transcription? Tell me. So is there a difference in RNA polymerase between eukaryote and prokaryote? I told you in class of RNA only, there is difference between RNA polymerase. Prokaryote has only one RNA polymerase.
Sir.
Yes, for all RNA. Eukaryotes has how many RNA polymerase? How many? RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, and RNA polymerase 3. So these three enzymes are these are the enzymes for transcription. Okay, these are the enzymes for RNA polymerase are enzymes for transcription. RNA polymerase 1 transcribe which RNA? To transcribe which RNA? RNA polymerase 3 transcribe which mRNA? Which among these three, which will transcribe mRNA? Tell me, anyone? Guess. Yes?
2.
Yes, 2. You can consider this. M means middle RNA. Middle. The enzyme is middle between 1 and 3. So M for mRNA this. And this 3 will synthesize which?
tRNA.
tRNA. tRNA plus 5S rRNA. Okay, and 1 for rRNA. Okay, so you will understand. So let's end topic today here.